The latest Butterick fall patterns was just released, and today we are going to take a look at these new designs and compare them to what's new and trending this season. So let's go ahead and shop the collection. And the first pattern that I want to take a look at is the Butterick B7061, which is a wardrobe pattern that includes a gathered skirt, a boxy utility short sleeve top that has different variations. You also have a jacket, and you also have a cuffed pair of pants, and I am loving this look. For the format for every one of these patterns throughout the entire collection, we can choose PDF or paper. And for this particular pattern, we have the option of choosing size 10 to 18 and 16 to 24. For the jacket, we have an unlined waist length, so this is going to be a little bit cropped jacket that have sleeve variations, patch pockets with flaps. You also have a collar, a back yoke, and button front opening. We also have a gathered flare high-waisted mid-calf skirt that has side pockets and narrow hems. We also have a pant that sits just below the waistline, and we have a fly front zipper, belt loops, and side pockets with a cuff hem. The photo that we're seeing for the fabric inspiration, we have a twill and walnut. And the fabric suggestions for this is poplin, sateen, twill, and wool blends. And it is rated as average. And here is the line art for the top and the jacket. So for inspiration for this, I absolutely love this. And if I get anything from this collection, it will most likely be this set here. I love the fact that it is a wardrobe pattern. And so you do get a skirt, a pair of pants, a top, and also a jacket. And so I love that this is going to be something that you can get multiple sets out of. And so that's one of the reasons why personally I would get it. I think it is going to be figure flattering for most body types. Most gathered waistline skirts are. And so I absolutely love that. The top isn't too baggy, too loose, or too fitted. And I think that's also going to be a pretty decent style for an inverted triangle shape. However, crop tops don't usually look good on me because I have a very, very short waist, and I also am an inverted triangle shape. And so I may lengthen it just a bit. I looked at the Max Mara cropped linen shirt and trousers, and I thought that this was something that was very, very closely similar to this, especially the top and the pants. Let's go ahead and look at the pants real quickly, and then I will show you the Max Mara cropped linen shirt and trousers so you can get an idea of what it looks like. So as you can see, view C is our gathered waistline skirt. You have a zipper in the back. You have inseam pockets, and you do have a modest waistband that you're going to be attaching to the skirt. And then you have your cuffed pants. Now for the Max Mara linen trousers, you don't have that cuff, but you can always omit the cuff if you are looking for a similar style as you're seeing with the Max Mara cropped linen shirt and also the trousers. I absolutely love this set. I think Max Mara have different linen trousers as well as boxy tops in different colors, like the same silhouette but different colors. And I absolutely love that. So I also saw this beautiful, beautiful two-piece cropped top and also gathered skirt by K&K Fashion. Now, this is an Asian website, and I did have to translate from Asian to, I don't know exactly if it was Japanese or Chinese. I don't know what it was, but I had to translate the words into English. And so I don't really know if the English variation translated correctly. So I don't know the name of this set, but it is from K&K Fashion, and it's a crop top and gathered skirt. And I thought that one looked really cute as well. Now the crop top, you'll see it has a little bit of a different neckline than we are seeing with this Butterick pattern, but across the board, it is pretty much the same. There's also the Brett Robson Nyla linen button-up shirt and pants. That's very similar to this outfit as well. Is a short sleeve skirt with metal closures, and I thought this would be a little bit different if you are looking for snap closures instead of buttons. I think that this style is also really cute. The utility style is really popular this season. It has been trending for the last couple of years, and it's something that I think is very fashion forward and also really cute. And it's a modern day, like a really nice take on a modern day utility type shirt or jacket. And I think that I just love this set all the way around. As you can see, we do have these oversized breast pockets, and we do have two buttons that we are going to be sewing on the front. And so in terms of like closures, I don't think we're going to be doing a lot of work. We will be doing a lot of work around that neckline. As you can see, you do have a notch collar, and so that will take a little bit more work than a collar that's not notched. But those facings should pretty much take care of most of the work. All you have to do is sew the facings down and attach it to the collar, and it shouldn't be too bad. I love the fact that we're only having two buttonholes on this, and so we don't have to do too much in the way of buttonholes and also attaching buttons. I think the most complicated part about the top is going to be the patch pockets and the flaps, which if you can read instructions really well and follow instructions, it's probably going to be very straightforward. So I think overall, this is going to be a really great set, especially for fall. And if you're looking for something that's a little bit warmer, I would definitely say go with your wool blend, since that is something that is recommended, and also go with the longer jacket variation. But I am here for this beautiful, beautiful set, and this would be something that I would most likely purchase. And by the way, we are having a sale on Simplicity, and so most of the patterns are on sale, and they are ranging from $3.99 to $7.99. $3.99 being our new look patterns, and $7.99 being our Vogue patterns, and everything in between is going to be about $4.99. So if you want to take advantage of those sales this weekend, now would be the time. What I love about what's happening now is that normally the newer patterns, we have to wait a cycle or two before they go on sale, but Simplicity is actually showing the Butterick patterns on sale as well. And so if you want something from this collection, I would definitely say now would be the time to do that. Let's take a look at this next pattern. This is a pencil skirt. It is the Butterick B7057. And at first glance, it's not anything, groundbreaking. We've seen pencil skirts like this before. I think we've had a couple of pencil skirts that have actually been released over the last year, and like Simplicity, and they have different designs. I think one of them have like this little nice asymmetrical zigzag in the front. And I think they're very cute. Pencil skirts are always trending, but look in your stash. You may have something like this. If you don't have anything like this in your stash, I would definitely encourage you to get a nice little pencil skirt if you're into pencil skirt. I think denim pencil skirts are absolutely gorgeous. This particular pattern comes in sizes 6 to 18 and 14 to 26. So I do love the increased size grouping here on both ends, the smaller end and the larger end. We are getting a little bit wider of a size range. So I absolutely love that. The description reads that we have skirts that sits slightly below the waistline with a straight pencil silhouette. We have a fly front zipper. We have belt loops and patch pockets. The skirt features a center front slit. And in the photo, we are seeing a fabric that is a denim washed black fabric that is a 6.5 ounce denim weight. And the fabric suggestions are denim, linen, twill, wool blends, and you will need interfacing. And that's probably going to be for like your waistband. And that'll be a lightweight fusible interfacing. And the sewing rate is average. And here's the art line. For fashion inspiration, I thought of the self-portrait denim mini skirt. Not mini, I'm sorry, midi skirt. Now, this one doesn't have the slit in the front, but I'm sure you can definitely kind of like recreate your own style. You may even be able to sew the pattern all the way down to the hemline if you don't want to split and you want to get something like this self-portrait denim. Or if you are really like wanting to have like the same style, I would definitely say you can create something like the Mousy vintage Putnam crossover denim midi skirt. Sorry, there's a lot of words there. But I think those two are what we're seeing that's trending. Those types of styles and the way that these models are styling it as well. That's kind of the style that we are seeing with these denim skirts and what we've been seeing over the last couple of decades, to be honest with you. So again, not anything groundbreaking, but I do think if you want a denim skirt, you don't have one in your stash, this would be a really nice one, especially for Butterick. Next, let's take a look at the Butterick B7056. This is a cowl neck blouse with sleeve variations, and it comes in sizes 6 to 18 and 14 to 26. Again, we're seeing a larger group of sizes here, which I absolutely love that. This is a Mrs. Fitted blouse, and it has a cowl neckline, a collar, and a collar band. View A is sleeveless, and view B has long sleeves with button cuffs. In the photo, we're seeing a silk crepe de chine in pale pink. And fabric suggestions for this particular pattern are challis, charmeuse, cotton blends, crepe de chine, and you will also need interfacing, lightweight fusible interfacing for this one. And the sewing rating is average. And at first I thought, I'm a little bit indifferent about this. I didn't like it and I didn't hate it. I was a little bit indifferent about it. But seeing fashion inspiration, it just always I always get light bulbs going off in my head as soon as I see different styles and how different, designers style their pieces. So here I'm going to go ahead and show you a side by side so we can see for comparison what the Butterick pattern looks like and what the Tahari pattern looks like. And as you can see, they're quite similar, almost identical. So I am not mad at this pattern at all. I think it is a really nice pattern. I feel like the long sleeve is going to be obviously more suitable for fall and winter. However, if you want to wear a jacket underneath your top and you don't want to be too hot, I think view A would be beautiful. And as you will see throughout this collection, we do have a few jacket patterns that we can choose as a layer for this top if that's what you want to do. And speaking of jacket patterns, here is the Butterick B7059. We can purchase this in the sizes 8 to 18 and 16 to 26. I love to see it. We are seeing a little bit more size inclusivity with this particular collection. So I'm really excited about that. So this is a semi-fitted unlined jacket with length variations. It has a notch collar, button front, patch pockets with button flaps. We have princess seams and long two-piece sleeves. In the photo, we are seeing a wool suiting in black and beige plaid, and our fabric suggestions are lightweight denim, twill, wool blends, and we will need lightweight fusible interfacing for this one as well, and it is rated as average. And here is the line art detail. Now, in terms of the rating, the average, that's going to be our intermediate to advanced level. So that's why we're seeing like a lot of pockets, a lot of details. We're seeing seaming details, two-part sleeves. We're seeing a forward shoulder, notch collar. We're seeing quite a bit with this. So those of you who are new to sewing, this may not be a pattern that you want to start with. This may be a pattern that, yes, you may want to buy, considering we don't know what the climate for sewing patterns with simplicity is going to be in the future. However, I would definitely say if this is something that you want to buy, hold on to it if you're new to sewing, because it is quite detailed here. You don't want to get overwhelmed. You want to kind of start with something that's a little bit more simple. And I would say like that Butterick pattern that we've seen in the very first pattern, that jacket pattern may be a little bit less intimidating. It doesn't have like the princess seams and the yokes and all that stuff. And so here we're seeing all those beautiful details. I love to see it. When I saw this, I thought of the Veronica Beard Fulham jacket, and it's very similar. It's no longer in circulation. In fact, I think it's sold out pretty much everywhere, but it's very, very similar. And I think this came out the season before last. I can't quite remember, but it's very, very similar to this, especially view A, that cropped version. It doesn't have the multiple pockets on each side of the breast. I think it just has just two instead of four. But again, very, very similar to what we're seeing here. If that's something that you want to, like an inspiration that you want to follow, I think that Veronica beard is absolutely stunning. And I think you can also use that Veronica beard inspiration for the Butterick B7061 as well, that very first jacket pattern that we saw in that wardrobe pattern there. So I love these jackets. I think that they are really nice. And again, going back to my commentary on the Butterick B7056 with the cowl neckline blouse, that sleeveless variation, you can definitely put a jacket on top of that. I think that would be so classy and elegant. In fact, I think with this entire collection, all you need is really three patterns: that Butterick B7061, the first wardrobe pattern, the Butterick B7057, that denim, and then also this Butterick B7059. If you want to have like a collection, a wardrobe, those three patterns would be just absolutely outstanding. And if you want to dress it up a little bit, you can go for the Butterick B7056, that cowl neckline. So we're seeing we have a pair of pants in the Butterick B7061. We have a gathered skirt. We also have that denim skirt. We have a jacket. Like, we can actually create a collection here of different wardrobe items with just 3 to 4 patterns. So I absolutely love this collection for that very reason, because most of these items seem like they go together. So let's go ahead and go out. Let's go to the next pattern, and the one that I feel like don't really fit in this collection. I'll give a little bit of commentary on it, but I don't feel like it fits in this collection as well as the other patterns do. So here we have the Butterick B7063, and this is the one I said, I don't know if this one fits as much with the other pieces in this collection, but it is a beautiful pattern. I do like the open back there. For this one, we are looking at standard sizes, extra small to 2XL. And we have a semi-fitted open back knit jumpsuit that have an elasticated waistline. We have patch pockets, stitched facings. We have length variations, and we also have long sleeve and sleeveless options. In the photo, we are seeing a tinsel, terry, and teal. And the fabric suggestions are knits only. So we're looking at cotton knit, terry knit, sweatshirt, fleece, and velour, and those types of fabrics there. And it is rated as easy. I love this. I think it is absolutely stunning. However, again, I don't think it actually meshed well with this collection. I think if you want something that is a standalone piece and you're not looking to do anything with like a wardrobe collection, capsule wardrobes are very, very popular and have been trending since 2020. But I think if you want this as a standalone piece, that would be fine, but I don't think it's going to go too well with most of the items that's in this collection, like the other patterns are meshing well with one another. But again, love to see this. This is how the model is wearing it. And personally, I don't like wide waistbands around my waistline because I have a little bit of a stomach, and I feel like the wider the waistband is, the more chunky it is, and it just feels very awkward around my waistline. It just doesn't feel very, very nice or look very nice. And so for me personally, if I were to make something like this, I would make the waist band a little bit smaller instead of wider for someone of my stature and my size. So just a personal preference. Here we have the Butterick B7058, and we can purchase this in the sizes 8 to 18 and 16 to 26. And this is a loose fitting jacket that has extra long dolman sleeves. We have a front welt pocket with length variations. We also have view A that is featured in a frog closure, so we can purchase a frog closure for this. And for view B, we have bias loops and self-covered buttons that we're going to be making, the self-covered buttons. And in the photo, we have a wool coating in white, and the fabric suggestions are boiled wool, boucle, wool blends, and you also are going to be including a lining, and the lining fabrics for the suggestions for the lining fabric is charmeuse, crepe de chine, and any type of, I guess, lining fabric that you can use for this. And this is the line art. Now, I haven't found anything that's like very like identical to this, but I do have some suggestions that are very similar. And so the first that I have thought about, I'll put it up here. It's on Saks Fifth Avenue. It's a double face wool jacket on Saks Fifth. And it's very, very similar to this, especially the frog closure version, view A. Now, if you're looking for the same neckline, I haven't found this same neckline, like this semi stand up, like this back stand up collar in the back, and like this, you know, just this line detail that's like in a soft V shaped. I haven't found too much in the way of that. But in terms of like the dome and sleeve, the cocoon type look, this one that I'm showing you here is very, very similar to what you're seeing here. And this is how the model is wearing this. I love that they put a turtleneck underneath this so that they can kind of give like some layer to it, and also like to show dimension and different colors. And I absolutely love this. It's absolutely stunning. I'm not into cocoon garments, but if I were to purchase one, it would definitely be something like this. I think it's very easy to sew, considering you have your dome and sleeves. Yes, it is lined, but I think it will be, for the most part, easy to sew. It's saying that the sewing rating is average, which is going to be intermediate. So I think for the most part, for me anyway, it would be pretty easy to sew. Let's look at another pattern for this collection. This is the Butterick B7055, and I think this is another pattern that would be absolutely lovely if you want to, again, make a wardrobe with any of these patterns. We are choosing between the sizes 8 to 16 and 18 to 26. And we have a fitted button front shirt with a cutaway neckline. We have a collar band and a shaped hem. It includes an option for your 3/4 length sleeve or your long sleeve. And you also have a placket and a cuff with the shirt. In the photo, we are seeing a classic Oxford shirting in white. And our fabric suggestions are lawn, linen, Oxford, and poplin. And we will need a lightweight fusible interfacing for this one as well. I think this is going to be a fabulous top for myself, considering, again, I am an inverted triangle shape. And so any type of shaping for my bust and also my waistline is going to be absolutely, you know, it's going to balance me out a little bit more, because it'll make me look a little bit more proportional, I think. So I think I may get this top for several reasons. Number one, I don't have too many tops that have this type of silhouette. And number two, I love that stand-up cutaway neckline. And when I saw these two fashion inspirations, I thought, absolutely, this is going to be for me. The first is the Arcus Punto Elements Poplin Blouse. And I absolutely love this one. I can't remember the second one, but this Arcus Punto Elements blouse is basically identical to this one here. I would definitely make this in a different color. I think it's absolutely stunning and beautiful. And again, this is going to be something definitely for me. I would either make a 3/4 length sleeve or a short sleeve, and then layer it with a nice jacket that is a single breasted jacket. I think would be really gorgeous with no shoulder pads for myself, again, because I'm an inverted triangle shape. So I absolutely love this, and I'm just giving you guys some of my thoughts. And explaining to you like how I would personally style some of these patterns if I were to buy them. And then lastly, for Butterick, I am loving this second wardrobe pattern. This is a Mrs. Jacket Skirt and Pant pattern. You have this is the B7060, and you have this in the sizes 10 to 18 and 16 to 24. So we are missing those two sizes, the size 8 on the lower end and the size 26 on the larger end. So that is a drawback for me. But again, I love the fact that it is a wardrobe pattern. It is a pattern that has a lined jacket and a notch collar, a long two-piece sleeve, and a mock welt pocket. You also have a skirt that has a waistband with a hook and bar closure, an invisible side zipper, and front and back darts, and a back vent, and that's for your skirt. So if you don't want to purchase that denim skirt, but you want a pencil skirt, I would definitely encourage you to get this pattern because you get more pattern pieces and you can make a wardrobe pattern as well. Or a wardrobe. You can make a wardrobe with this pattern. I love the tapered pants. So you have a tapered leg pant that has side front pockets, and also you have a waistband with a hook and bar closure. And in the photo, we are seeing a wool suiting in pale blue. And the fabric suggestions are crepe, linen blends, wool suiting. And for A, you will need a lining. And for C, you also will need a lining for A and C. And this is rated as average. And again, a beautiful, beautiful wardrobe here. And for inspiration, one of my favorite suits that I have found that is basically identical to this, which is coming out of high fashion, is the Dolce & Gabbana wool crepe blazer. You have a blazer and a skirt, and both of them are in blue. It's very, very similar to this here. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. Dolce & Gabbana set, it is paired with a silver pair of pumps and also a handbag. I would not necessarily choose that. I think especially for fall and going into winter, there are so many different colors that are trending that I think would go with this blue. The silver, I don't know about the silver, but I definitely love this outfit, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous and a beautiful, beautiful take on the Dolce & Gabbana wool crepe blazer and skirt. I absolutely love this set. Again, I feel like we have patterns that are similar to this. Again, check your stash. You may have some of these patterns. A lot of the times these are re-releases, and you may already have something like this. So make sure you check your stash before you go out and you purchase any of these patterns. If you're new, you probably don't have these patterns, and I would definitely encourage you to get a few of these patterns, especially the wardrobe patterns, because you're going to get a lot more out of sewing when you get these wardrobe patterns. So absolutely love this collection. I thought it was a decent collection. For me personally, I have quite a few of the styles that are in this collection, and so I would not be purchasing most of this. If I were to purchase anything, that B7061 I think is a really great option. However, if you have a gathered skirt pattern in your stash and a boxy top, you can recreate those two very, very easily. If you're looking for a utility style and you want more pockets or something like that, I would definitely say the fitted cropped jacket would also be really great. That has the 4 patch pockets on it. If you want something more of a utility style, I think those are fun. I want to take the opportunity and just share with you a few of the patterns that I thought were that resembled some of the styles in high fashion, and my thoughts on those. So if you can hang tight for just a moment, I want to share with you a few more patterns. So let's talk about this Mimi G pattern, the Simplicity S3168. It is a Mrs. jacket with a detachable capelet in 2 different lengths. And the size range is 8 to 16 and 18 to 26. And you can get this in PDF or paper. And this is a slim fit jean jacket that features a detachable capelet in two different lengths. The details include a front button closure, chest patch pockets with button flaps. You have a jean style front pocket, and you also have like a back yoke, a two-piece sleeve, and you also have cuffs as well with buttons that go on the cuff. And in the photo with Miss Mimi G, we are seeing views A and B in denim, in a dark indigo denim. And for view C, we're seeing a twill and khaki tan. And our fabric suggestions are chino, corduroy, denim, sateen, twill. And you will need lining, and you can choose cotton blends, polyester blends, and you will also need lightweight fusible interfacing. And here is the line art. I love this. I do. I absolutely love it. However, for me, I would not wear it because I am too self-conscious about being an inverted triangle shape. And I feel like it would just make me a little bit more wider on the top. And so I wouldn't purchase it for myself, but I absolutely love this. And I think it is a fantastic take on the Ula Johnson, I believe I'm saying that right, denim capelet jacket, and also the Anthropology Pilcrow. I think that's how I think that's how you pronounce it. Is Pilcrow denim capelet jacket. So both of those I feel like are very similar to what we're seeing here in the line art. I love that these capelet jackets are detachable, because if you want the pattern for just the jean jacket, you can definitely sew that. And if you want to give um, the capelet a try, even with just a mock-up, just to see how it would look on you, I think you can do that without losing any benefits from a jean jacket, making a jean jacket, because a jean jacket is classic and everyone loves them, and they are usually paired well with so many different things. You can pair them with strapless dresses, sundresses. You can pair them with wide leg pants, or skirts, gathered skirts, pencil skirts. You can pair them with dresses. Like they just pair well with so many different things and so many different accessories, and also shoes. And so I love a good denim jacket here. So again, get yourself this pattern if you don't have a denim jacket. And if you are wanting to test the waters with the capelet, you could definitely do a mock-up to see what that capelet would look like without actually having to worry about sewing the entire garment and thinking, oh, I hate this garment because of the capelet. But if it's detachable, you wouldn't even have to worry about that. So I love it. I love it. I absolutely love this. Here's another skirt pattern that I love. This is the Simplicity S3169. And I have not been able to track down where this inspiration is coming from. If you look real closely, you'll see these beautiful side pockets. I absolutely love this style. I love the fact that this skirt has a seam down the middle, so you're not sewing it on fold, which would be next to impossible with such a really wide pattern, a skirt pattern. But I absolutely love this pattern. I absolutely love it. And I love the fact that if you don't want to have like those wide oversized pockets on the front, it looks like it's a flat pocket. If you don't want to have that flat pocket on the front of your skirt, you can definitely sew a skirt that's very similar to this, without the pockets. And then they also have these large oversized pockets on the front of the skirt as well. So I do like this. I've seen a few like Ralph Lauren skirts, and if I'm not mistaken, a few skirts on Neiman Marcus as well. I can't remember the different designers that are very similar to this that are trending this season. And so if you want a really nice skirt that's trendy, I think this is absolutely stunning. The fabric suggestions are corduroy, gabardine, linen, and medium weight denim. You can also use wool blends as well. I also wanted to take a quick look at the Simplicity S3164, which is a pinafore of sorts. It's an easy to sew jumpsuit pattern, and you can purchase this in the size 4 to 12 and 12 to 20. I have to say, I'm not liking the size range. However, it'll do, I guess. It'll do. It's not the biggest size range that we have been seeing of late, but I guess it'll do. It'll have to do because that's what we have. So this is a classic A-line jumper dress with an easy, versatile pattern here. You have a semi-fitted through the bust design with a deep V neckline, low armholes, and a button front closure. View A has side seam pockets, and views B and C have a lined patch pocket. And in the photo, we're seeing a double-faced stretch wool suiting in heathered gray. And fabric suggestions, we can choose anything like cotton twill, medium weight denim, tweed, and wool suiting. And here is the line art. And I thought about a few, hold on, let me get this straight here. So I thought about a few designs. The first is, I think this is the Anthropology vest mini dress. Now, this isn't exactly like this. As you can see with this Simplicity pattern, you have kind of like a little squared off neckline at the very edge of the V. So it has like a squared off placket there. For most of our pinafores, we're going to see a V neckline without like that squared placket. You're going to see just a pinafore dress or some type of vest dress that overlaps over top of one another without having that placket on the front. I do love the placket on the front. However, I'm not sure how I feel about, that little squared off section there at the top. We don't see that on dresses like this Anthropology dress, and I'll put a few others up here. Now, there is another one that I saw that doesn't have buttons going down the center front, and that's something that you probably can do. You can omit the placket, increase your center front and width there so that you can actually have more of a seam, a seam that you can sew in the front, or to put it on the fold, to put the front of your dress on fold, and you can get something similar to this pinafore dress by the frame if you don't want buttons. And that's what I like about these types of designs, is that they are so simple that you can make minor alterations and adjustments without having to worry about being so skilled at making those adjustments. Let's take a look at two more patterns here. This one is the Simplicity S3166. This is a cowl neck top with different sleeve variations, and we can purchase this in 10 to 18 and 18 to 26. And we have, again, this cowl neckline pattern that includes 3 stylish variations. View A is backless with a halter neckline and a side zipper opening. View B is a pullover style that has cape sleeves and a keyhole back. And view C is a pullover style with bell sleeves and a keyhole back as well. And in the photo, we are seeing a silk and viscose crepe de chine and olive and cream polka dot print. And our fabric suggestions are challis, charmeuse, crepes, stable knits, and we will need lightweight fusible interfacing for this as well. And I have seen quite a few inspirations for this, but the one that sticks out the most is this Hemline Height. So Hemline Height is the brand name, and it's in a pink dotted fabric that's very similar to what we're seeing on the model here. And I don't know if that's where the inspiration is coming from, but I do like the replication here. I also like how we have different options in terms of sleeves versus sleeveless. It's very different, I think. I really feel like, again, this would be something that even though it's more summer vibes than fall, you can definitely layer this with a cardigan or a jacket to complete a wardrobe, of a top, a pair of pants, and a jacket or a sweater like a cardigan or even a skirt. So I think those ideas would be something to think about if you are looking to get tops that are not like your traditional like long sleeves tops for your fall and winter options. And then lastly, I want to take a look at the Simplicity S3170. So this is a pair of wide leg trousers. We see these types of trousers come in and come out in almost every collection and almost every other season. So it's not anything particularly new. We have sizes 8 to 16 and 18 to 26. With that said, I do love a good wide leg pair of pants. I don't like my pants to be too wide. I feel like this fits that bill for me. Um, I love this, the photo inspiration. I just love everything about it. In the photo, we're seeing a wool blend twill suiting in blue and navy and also gray. And the fabric suggestions are gabardine, lightweight denim, linen blends, wool blends, and you will need lightweight fusible interfacing. And this is what the style line looks like. Now, this also reminds me of a pair of Butterick trousers that came out, I think, two years ago, or I want to say 2 seasons or 2 years ago. Can't remember, but they're almost identical. And I'll put the pattern here just in case you have that pattern. You don't want to go out and buy that same pattern because I'm telling you, it's almost identical. View A is your crop variation, and then view B is your variation that is your full length long variation. I thought about several different options for this. There's the Carolina Herrera high rise pleated pants that are very similar to these, and the Michael Kors pleated stretch wool trousers. So those, I think, resemble this style the most. But there's also the Avery trousers by Anthropologie. And we also have a lot of patterns that are very similar to this as well. So again, make sure you check your stash. So that is my video for today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. This is a little bit more of a lengthy video. I seem to have chatted a little bit more than what I had intended to going into the video. I always enjoy doing these videos and looking at the different style choices, the different fabrics, the different collections, and how to put these pieces together. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of these two collections, and if you are buying anything or have bought anything from the Simplicity collection, or if you intend to buy anything from the fall Butterick collection. Again, I enjoyed doing this video with you guys today, and I hope you all have a happy and blessed sewing week, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, my friends.